This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, a couple of weeks ago on the Friday live stream, somebody in the chat asked for, some guidance on that Hendrix style rhythm stroke lead guitar playing. You know, the kind of playing that I suppose it's people like John Frusciante and John Mayer who are kind of carrying the torch for that way of playing at the moment. And, I have covered this in the past, but it's been a while, so I thought it was worth doing a fresh take on it. So here's a little piece of music that I put together which sort of displays this genre of rhythm lead playing, and then we'll take a look at what was actually going through my mind and what sort of shapes and patterns I was using on the neck and techniques and so on to put it together. Here it is. Okay, so here's what's going on in terms of the chord sequence that I was sort of hinting at and playing towards there. And as you can see, it's made up of basically major and minor chords. And what you do is you have just little runs and fills and twiddly bits that you can use to essentially suggest any major or minor chord. So let's have a look at a typical major chord thing. Okay, so there's a C major chord. Okay, and what I can do is I can either play that chord or just maybe kind of slim it down into a power chord like that, and then bring this finger forward to play this section of it. And when I do that, I can pretty much just play pentatonic little things like this because I'm right on top of that pentatonic kind of thing there. And I can bring that down and just slide it down into that little pentatonic kind of thing there. So I can play C major kind of ideas that go maybe like this. Like that, and it's the trick is really just to keep as much as you can double stops happening, pairs of notes. It lends it that sort of chordy kind of sound. And if you know your pentatonic theory, then you will know that C major pentatonic, which is what I was suggesting up there, is also A minor pentatonic. So here's how I would suggest a minor chord. Basically just take that same little first finger thing there, and then bring my thumb round the top to stick an A note underneath it, and that then gives me an A minor 7 chord, and I can do all kinds of pentatonic-y sort of stuff around here. Like that, and maybe even bringing in the F note here. Like that, and you can do that on the C chord as well. The other thing you can do on a minor chord is just add the 9th in like this. I tend to do this with my little finger here like this, so you get like that, and it's all about this kind of hammer on pull off from a double stop kind of idea, like that. It just lends it that sort of lyrical quality, really. You can also start bringing in, as I say, more double stops, you know, in both the C major kind of thing and the A minor thing. Just this little run of thirds from, in this case, a C major scale. To get that kind of thing. And, you know, all of that will cover a multitude of different chords, you know, so you just transpose that. If you were doing it in F, then you'd kind of go for an F major chord up here. Like that, and that gives you access to the relative minor, the D minor. There are other ways that you can play a major chord as well. For instance, if you think of this bar chord shape, then just take the top part of that, maybe get your thumb round to kind of put the bass note on. And what that does is it gives you access to these 3 notes. So you can get things like that, and it's a very effective way of just playing, basically strumming a chord, but giving it a sense of like movement, like it's actually, you know, got some sort of dynamic rise and fall in it. And another way that you can create like a major chord is to hammer onto it, basically. So there's that original C major chord, so I can go on to an F chord by hammering on with those 2 notes like that. Then maybe like that. And you saw what I did there was I just hammered onto the F chord and then went into this thing that we just discussed down here as being a C major thing, but moved up to F major. And when I'm hammering on those notes, those 2 notes there create an interval of a 6th, and in the same way as I took like a run out of thirds like that earlier, I can do a similar thing with 6ths. So like that, and again you're getting double stops, so it sounds more full. It's kind of you've got whenever you're playing 2 notes, you're playing 2/3 of a chord, so you can it hints at the fact that there's a chord being suggested, and again it has some of that sort of movement and you know, kind of rise and fall in it that suggests melody and chord at the same time. So that's basically how I'm thinking when I'm playing in this style. And if you go back and look at the actual piece again and see what I'm doing, you'll spot all of these techniques in there. That they're pretty obvious to see once you know what you're looking for. So See what you can make of it, practice the techniques, and, just start with maybe a simple 2 or 3 chord sequence just to practice moving these around the neck. And, eventually, you get so that you can just do this sort of thing pretty easily, and it just becomes a fluent and natural way of playing. Hopefully it will anyway. So go away and have some fun with it. And there is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with the clip of me playing the piece of music and that little bit there that you've seen of me explaining what was going on, and the backing track to play over as well. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, of course, down in the description. It's only $3 a month, and you get access to all of these extra resources that go along with these YouTube lessons that I put up. Thank you so much to everybody who supports me in that way, or any of the other ways which are also down in the description. Thank you so much, massively appreciated. I'm truly grateful, and thank you in advance if you're thinking about doing it. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, and maybe a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not give me a like while you're at it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.